There are a few shows as wacky as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, especially the second season, Stardust Crusaders. It follows four new protagonists along with a returning character in Joseph Joestar, who survived the fight against the Pillar Men and prevailed. Now he joins forces with four new allies as they crusade to save the life of his daughter. The story follows a child abuser, a guy obsessed with toilets, a serial misogynist, an old pervert, and an outright deviant, as they make their journey from Japan to Egypt by plane, car, camelback, boat, submarines, and on foot to find and kill Dio, who survived the battle against Joseph's grandfather Jonathan by taking over his body in the end. The twist this season is the addition of stands, which are spirit-like projections that certain people have, which give them access to superhuman abilities. Personally, Stardust Crusaders is my favorite from the entire saga, as the main characters are extremely likable, the comedy is campy and knows what it is, the absurdity of the enemy stands. I mean, there's a guy who only beats up children, there's a literal infant out here murdering people, there's Aladdin's genie, except he only grants your wishes as a setup to cook you, and much more. Aside from that, Jotaro might be the edgiest character in history. The dude swims with his hands in his pockets. He has one of the fastest stands and is so overpowered that in other seasons, they had to nerf him so hard that he's lost all his identity by this point. The only character comparable to him is Dio, as he makes a return this season and is the primary antagonist. But if you think he's an a-hole, just look at season 1 and you'll see how much more of an SOB he was. Aside from that, he's the most feared character inside the JoJo universe and earns his aura as well with his immense power, which includes the ability to literally stop time, in addition to his vampire abilities. Some people would say this season drags along, and I guess that's kind of a fair point as it has 48 episodes, first half covering their journey to Egypt and the second showing their travels within Egypt to find and battle Dio. But there's a lot of location variety that keeps things fresh, a lot of landmarks in a fictionalized form, a lot of comedy incorporated into the show, and it just works. The five main characters have unique and consistent character traits, Joseph being the older streetwise member, Avdol being the more knowledgeable character guiding the group, a more guru type of character. Jotaro brings his no-nonsense aura and is extremely efficient when he sets his mind to something. Polnareff, while being the best with the sword, gets into several hijinks, and Concubine. To be honest, I don't really know about Concubine. From the five, I feel like he has the least reason to be there, as he's just a student with no actual ties to the group or their mission. But he's not really annoying, so you can just give him the pass. When it comes to stands, however, they all have a role to play, except for Joseph. He has a borderline useless ability. That's basically a glorified security camera, but it doesn't tell you what you want to know all the time, plus he needs a TV or camera to use it. By not giving the correct information all the time, I mean like they need to know where Dio is, but they can't find out because his ability is just underpowered. Personally, I think it would have been better if he just had a better ability, but as I said, the others have diverse enough powers that he can just take a back seat. All in all, if you haven't watched it, it's a definite must watch. Some people don't agree, but I'm one of the believers. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.